Hello everybody, I'm Type 1 Dragon and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Tours and Tournaments, the Swedish Crown. And the reason I was on 5 speed is because I was going to let a press claim event tick by, because last time we were pressing a claim to get that little chiefdom there, and that's what we're going to start off today, with a little bit of Warren. And at the end of the episode, as always, as what I like to do with this series, is give a little historic fact about the country we're playing as at some time during the video. But stay tuned towards the end of the video for that. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad to be back in CK3. And I hate to say it, I might be ending this series at some point soon, because the newest DLC dropped and I kind of want to play that. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to touch the mechanics of it, but I feel like as I start this war, I'm going to explain what I plan to do with the future of this series. Because I don't want to run too long. I made posts about... It's been a minute. It's been a while since I made that post, but essentially, I don't want, whenever I play games like Crusader Kings 3, I don't want them to run for hundreds of episodes. Inspiration, someone to impress. Alright, we had an artifact being made. A weave inspiration. Lately, my efforts to impress have fallen flat. My friendship with Countess Maya is still standing on shaky ground. It's a mess. However, I've had a brilliant idea. I'll have my beneficiary Herolda add a dedication to the masterpiece he is making. The flowered dedication will be deeply touched by my generosity and misfits, and will have no choice but to like me anymore. Timea, who's a countess who kind of likes me pretty much. They're zealots. I'll find other ways to impress them, but essentially, I don't want... A nice hospital. Alright, someone made the Knights Templar. Where are their current holdouts? Right. Denmark made the Knights Templar. That's weird. I do plan to try and find a holy order, but getting off topic, Dragon. I don't want this series to run on for a very, very long time. So what I'm going to do is play Crusader Kings 3 or games like Crusader Kings 3 for 3 generations. And what I mean by that is 3 full generations of rulers. So for Eric the Brave, we played for his whole lifetime at the start of the game to his death. That's 1 generation. For Grim, since he just recently took the throne, we'll play through until he dies, and then we'll play through his heir, which will most likely be Eric Grimson. Hopefully, if I've gotten all that math right, it would be about a 200-year span, or close to 200 years, because we're already at 45 years from the start of the game, so... I feel like 200 years, especially with CK3, is a decent enough to get content, to reach a goal in a reasonable time frame, while also not dragging this series out for a very, very long time. And one of the things I was trying to do is try to get hooks on the King of Poland to try and get my brother-in-law on the throne, which might be a little impossible because there's like 3 children ahead of him. Yeah, it'll be tough, but I think I could do it. But information brokering. I expect Count Dalamir would be nearly interested in information I've acquired. Inducting Count Synod was the murder of his aunt, Countess... I'm sorry, Polish speakers, but... Alicia perhaps he would even be interested enough to offer me something substantial in exchange. I'm pretty good at intrigue. I think I can I will tell him only in exchange for a favor. A favor for a favor, as it is. Yeah, I got him on a hook, so it's pretty good. Whether Count or believe me or not, when I told him I had information concerning his family, it's hard to say. Whatever the case, he refuses to agree to my terms, sending me away empty-handed. I will have to find other ways to use this information. Fair enough. Doesn't take him prisoner. Ooh. Claim on the Duchy of Norland. Wait, whose claim? So you're taking Norland. If you take Norland, I'm taking that because that's part of my Dario Duchy. Since you will have territory, I want your territory. I still need to try and take that from you. Which I actually can. You know what? 100% success chance. I'm gonna do it. I'll take a little bit of tyranny hit. Let's see how much that hate. My accounts hate me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I can go to Crownland 3, but I need to get this situation. Because we're still under the long... Yeah, we're still under the short-term penalty. Because Grimm hasn't been in charge for that long. Yeah, he inherited in 1101. It's 11. He's been in charge for 10 years now. So, we're doing well enough. But it's like, obviously we could do better. I'll go ahead and split this off in half and start siege now Finland proper. But yeah, with this series, play for 300 generations or 200 years, whichever comes first. Spies digging for secrets have been plaguing my court, and imagine my surprise to find that they are in the ploy of your spy master. Please put an end to this travesty immediately. I know nothing of any spies, Bogoslav. I can't take the prestige hit. Oh, they must have gotten lost on their way home. I'll do that. So, yeah. I mean, I did try to murder this man a while ago. Which I still got about 5 years until I could try again. A lot of these kids. Yeah. I may not get the Polish throne in my family, so I can deal with 3 dukes by marriage for the prestige gain. But a much more important thing is, now that we have this territory, or is it this? Yeah, this territory. So, we get the Falun mining settlement. We gain +2 tax a month, station siege weapons effectiveness +10%, levy size +10%, holding tax +5%, and development growth +5%. If we can stack this with lumber, definitely the blacksmiths and lumber mills, we're going to have some nice money. Although I don't think we can stack it with lumber mills because this is, yeah, hills. So any territory that we build around it, we can stack up with lumber mills. In fact, we got a lot of territory we can still build. Which means I really gotta boost my domain, which I'm already boosting domain. So I think we'll go a little bit more to intrigue and then we'll switch over to the main focus. Yeah, we'll get this next perk in 10 months. Probably swift execution? Because we got Coruscant, so that's gonna help with disruption. I'm actually go put you on disruption And I'll put you into domain, and I'm gonna put you into start working on that. And inspiration realize. So court grandeur bonus +2, courtly vassals tax +2. And not the best, but it'll do. In here, my lord, my beneficiary herald their gestures to the door of his reverie, where he has been toiling for months on my commission. Stepping through the doorway, I gasp as I gaze upon the work hanging in front of me. A large Russellton tapestry of fine craftsmanship. The cloth depicts the founding of the Kingdom of Sweden and other major historical events leading up to the reign of King Grim. This is lovely. And immediately hang that above my throne room. Well, my throne. Which is a pretty nice tapestry, I will give you that. Core event, my homesick mother. I'm making my social rounds around the court. I hear yet another heavy sigh coming from my mother. Whether intentional or not, Bona's solemn presence has got on nose. Hello, my child, she says after the initial startle wears off. I cannot tell for certain if Bona is being melancholic or truthful. Please, pay me no mind. I'm simply homesick, that is all. I don't even get a chance to respond before she lets out another melancholic sigh. Leaving without a word is bound to change nothing, so I make the decision to speak. How about we import some Caspian delights? Your feelings are your problems. Don't bother. Just leave then, you ungrateful leech. Yeah, no. I'm already going into debt. Well, I'm already in debt. Might as well go more. How about we import some stuff, Mom? I know you miss Dad. I miss him too. Oh boy. I did not see that in time. But we're winning the battle anyway, so let's go. Nizio von Lidesbach is no longer my bodyguard. Oh boy. Which means I no longer have a commander. Sir, sway you. Come on, hold. Dang it. You know what? I'm going to take temporary command of that army. 14 months on that siege. Might as well call my allies into this war. You'll take too long. Sure, I'll spend the prestige on you. Because I am trying to... Also, I got a lot of stuff I need to do. But we're slowly but surely making waves. That's all that matters. You're terrible at literally everything, so you're going to be the new counselor. Held returns. I'll take command, and we'll get everyone over here. It's your stall, kid. So what's going on here now? Oh. Can I revoke it from you? Not yet, but... I possibly can. But I don't mind you holding it for now. It's just a whole buildings thing. You can keep it for now. And swift execution. Go into the main. So we need to start getting stuff built up. So my nephew, Bjorn Astridsson, and his wife Hildegard von Nemberg has birthed a son, Niels. Oh, that's Nice name. May you grow strong and wise, Niels, and you are both quick and handsome. You're gonna be a lady killer. And now you're my new player here. Mostly because my son is not of age yet. And we are heavily in debt. Get to the war goal. No! Sophia! Well, what matters is all my kids, well, all your kids are of my dynasty, but to ensure you stay in my bloodline, I'll say with my blood, oh wait. That might be a problem. Especially if he disowns my kids. That's got another problem. Okay, now I'll just start converting that county. You're now married. Good, good, good. Bro. Flagellant and a murderer. Jeez. Assault the fort. Just get siege down. We need to get positive war score. Whew. Oh boy. 15 ducats a month. That's not bad. That is very not bad. Pope, can I have some money? Create an accolade. Oh. Yeah, create an accolade. The Knights of the Foxglove. Alright. Successor. Got successor. Oh, I can finally get in alliance with my sister. Great. We'll ransom you. Okay, you're worthy successor. And we are in debt. Not anymore. Praise the Pope. But as for buildings, I really need to get some farms and fields going. The Catholic. Queen of Hilda is an ardent Catholic out of place, making her novelty in the eyes of others. A novel Catholic. An ardent Catholic who is flagellant, an adulterer, quick, scarred, warlike, a poet, a traveler, a crusader queen, and a great eminence, with one of her sons being a literal bastard. Yeah, I'm sure she's a Catholic. And you are my friend. Ay, ay, ay. The Norwegians have aligned themselves with the Scots. Why not? Unrest in Sudermanland. The people in Sudermanland seem displeased with my rule. If I visit the county in person, I can impress on them the necessity of my authority. I will show them what I'm made of. Sudermanland visit. Mayor Eric explains apologetically that the people here are in unruly lots, and that they need to be made to understand that my rules shall not be questioned. Their passive acceptance is not enough. I need loyalty and obedience. How can I convince them to comply? Impress them with a grand speech about my rule. The peasants will suffer for their insolence. Or, with gold, I will show them my generosity. I will give them a speech about my rule. Let's go. My speech has struck a chord, and now Sudermanland shows greater compliance to my rule. My words move the realm. And wow, that was quick getting a perk, so definitely getting Cornerstone. And something that I want to do, which I haven't done yet in this series, I think, is host a grand feast. Every person of stature in the realm has been invited to a great feast to forge and strengthen bonds of friendship and loyalty. Acceptance rewards for hosting a feast activity may gain courtly vassal opinion, may gain prestige. Participants may gain attending character opinion. Participants may lose stress. Participants may gain the eager reveler trait, which is one of my favorites in the game, because intrigue +1, courtly vassal +5, and opinion of eager reveler +5. Plus, you get a lot of good event pop-ups with the feasts. So that just gains, yeah, even you gain some diplomacy, more opinion, and hostile schemes test chance +10. So that is definitely something that we will be needing. So as soon as we can, we are going to host a grand feast. So until we're either ready for a new war, which we might actually be soon, my spy master has come to me with grave news. We do not know yet who someone's plotting against me. Claim throne. You're a good spy master. I'm going to put you on court intrigue. Sure, that bumps me down a lot, but I need to snuff this out quickly. In the meantime, Organ's tyranny. You're orthodox. Of course you're orthodox. You know what? I'm just going to take all that land now. 5k. Should be able to hire the Templars. Convert to the faith. You can leave. Yeah, I can convert to the Knights Hospitaller. Who are you hired by? I still can't believe the head of the Knights Templar is a Danish man. That's just funny to me. I could also claim that bit of territory from Norway. I feel like I should. But the main thing is taking this duchy here. So, going to be fun. Not that we spend my piety to hire you. I'll raise my men arms, and I'm going to switch your station. I can't yet. Yeah, I'm not going to call anyone into this war yet. Okay, maybe I will actually call someone into this war. Why? You're busy with something else, but I'm going to call in my friends from the Holy Roman Empire. Who's my... I'm going to call in my sister. I need more troops, I will get more. So currently, we're fighting you, and you. You have 2k, you have 9, you have 13. This shouldn't be too bad. Just need to get this claim war scheme taken care of. I will receive Count Turl. Enil's indifference has attendants bring forth his gifts. At last, I bid the Duke arise, confirming my satisfaction and Turl's rights to the lands he rules in my stead. I thank you very much for the money to the war effort. Which immediately goes to the crepes. Or... is that truly the best deal you can give me? Dang it. Alright. Raise everyone. Except you. Then you start sieging there. You join in there. You stick with you. And honestly, this war should be over rather quickly. So you were the one trying to claim the throne. Oh no. This is bad. This is very bad. Oh boy. We might have a situation very soon. Oh boy. Luckily, their military power is rather weak, where there is 2 different factions, but if more people join, that's a lot more problems. Oh, my wife's pregnant. Sweet. She's a drunkard. I don't know if I should be proud or worried. Well, in this time period, yeah. Let's just say both and be done. Like a pet Nosewice. As I stroke Nosewice's brown fur, I can feel my worries dissipating. To have someone's unwavering loyalty and to know they will always stay by my side. If only the people around me were more like you, Nosewice. You We sit together for many minutes, his tail wagging and my shoulders relaxing, until I'm ready to face the world again. Everyone needs a good boy. I can still secure the High Kingdom of the North Sea. I will treasure the thought, my son. Oh, pensive. You're immediately going into stewardship. Swedish culture has not reached the high medieval era. Oof. That was rough. No, don't go overseas. I said don't go overseas. You gain Al's position, that's great. So let's rethink the council here for a second. You're better on stewardship. In fact, you kind of hate me. I wish I could put you as my core physician, but I can't. I need someone with good martial, but all of you literally suck. I can't get rid of you because you... Yeah, but I can reassign you to martial. I could put you in as chancellor. Just keep getting my opinion up. And I could put you in as my steward, even though you're average. You're better. Yeah, and then I could first sway my spy master back to helping me. Make sure that he's still on my side. And I just have so many people to try and make nice with. I think after this I need to take a break from warring. So let's see, let's just go on you. Tyrants, that's still going down. Offensive war, yeah, minus 35. So, yeah, after this, I definitely need to take a nice long break from wars. I have a daughter, Inga. No, not Inga. You will have a good Swedish name. Like, Brigitta. Brigitta. Princess Brigitta. And I will educate you. Ooh. So that is a lot of new territory given to the Swedish people. Let's get a professional workforce. And I guess go back to that focus. We'll get you to focus on Ireland. And yay, I might have some problems. Don't need Klaus. Who even are you? You. Oh, I am not dedicating anything to you now. Of course, you would be an angry, powerful vassal that I can't put on the council. I'm gonna lose my mind today, doo-da, doo-da. I'm gonna lose my mind today, all the doo-da day. Just start swaying you. It's about all I can do. What are we looking at for next perk? Chance of inheriting good trades, plus -30. Well, chance of inheriting bad, chance of new bad. Good, good, good. Of course, a population faction against me. Why wouldn't there be? And you can almost send an ultimatum. Annoying company. I'm comfortable soaking at the bathhouse, finally getting some well-deserved downtime when a gritting voice from somewhere nearby interrupts my tranquil thoughts. Did you see his and that ridiculous tiny a little farther into the room? I spot Othild making obscene gestures surrounded by a crowd of laughing sycophants. It's hard to miss that they are all staring at me. I barely know her, and I already feel like I hate her. How dare Rahilda's ridicule me in public? I will not forgive this sight. I'm probably overreacting anyway with all this stress upon me. Hey, my son knows High German. Just by observation. That's a really good thing. Range patrol though. So, Princess Sigurd of Norway to my nephew. I know you're not going to get the throne at any chance, but having a powerful ally like Norway would be good. Because that will also help lower this as well. Which I can't actually get an alliance. I could legitimately get an alliance by marrying my son to your daughter, and she could possibly get a claim to the throne. No, she wouldn't. What I could do is matrilineal alliance power. Get back with you, maybe? No. How about just alliance power in general? So my nephew, Genoa, who's going pretty hard this game, not gonna lie. Count in Croatia. Veron. I really don't need to worry about for now. What I probably do need to worry about is, yeah, I think this might be the play. Uniting, kind of like a prelude to the eventual Norwegian and Swedish union. My firstborn, Eric, uniting with your thirdborn, Svenhilde. I think that is a very good play. So that means that's going to keep you all a lot more weakened. Which will give me time to get everyone to like me, hopefully. Yeah, I want to revoke that title from you so badly now. And we walk? Or better yet... Let's find some schemes in my court. A foul smell. My liege, a word please. My counselor, Grandmare Boltov, approaches me during a brief lull while attending court matters. He gestures to a less popular spot in the room, and I follow him there. I'm concerned about the setup of one castle. While holding a meeting in one of the rooms, we all notice a horrific smell. It must have come from the latrines the floor below. I implore you to consider paying to fix the neglected parts of the building. I'll ensure that the problem gets fixed as soon as possible. Or my steward can handle it. Surely my royal architect can finish it, or just plug the hole in the roof. I'll ensure the problem gets fixed as soon as possible. It's not like we were trying to, I don't know, host a feast. Anyway, sitting on my throne, I gestured for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased, all faces turned towards mine, expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Celebrating another culture. My vassal, Count Sire, approaches me, smiling with cold intent, like he often does. My lord, I have a brilliant idea. How about we host a fair, or perhaps even a festival for the common folk to expose them to one of the different cultures in our beautiful kingdom. Sir explains his idea further until he realizes that he's dangerously close to over-explaining it. It'll cost money, but I'm sure it'll help foster a more positive relation between our people. So the Sami and Swedes, 300. I can't spend resources on this. I'm sorry, you're going to hate me more, but I can't. There's debt, and then there's debt. How dare you? That's a press claim too, which means it'll pass down to her children in time. A markedly disgruntled Countess Mara hurries to your throne. Rival, my lawful round to the County Esikvara is beyond doubt. Recognize both your own heralds and the Catholic clergy. We will support my claim and have your vassal Count Sir relinquish what does not belong to him. So where is this? Literally your next door neighbor. Well, you don't technically own any of it. But you know what I'm going to do? I do not interfere in such things. A haggard-looking peasant now stands in front of me. My lord, I beg for your help. A monster prowls in the Taiga Mora, killing cattle and farmers alike. Few have seen it, but the mangled remains of its poor victims leave no doubt. It's clear, a huge wolf as bloodthirsty as few have ever seen. Please send your strongest hunters and save us from its voracious jaws. I shall feel the beast myself. How good? Am I a hunter? I'm not a hunter, but I do have good prowess. You know what? I'll do it myself. My business is done. I'm going to do everything in my power to get rid of you. Everything. The monster Amora. All the preparations completed, I set out with a selected group of guards to face the infamous monster that is terrorizing Mora. It doesn't take us long to find it. A clear trail of blood leads straight to this creature's abode. I was already informed of what to expect, but when the massive wolf finally stands in front of me, I can't help but shiver. Face me, you foul beast. I am now a hunter. Actually, I am going to join this turn. That's sad. Where is this turn? Oh, Zumusoko. We don't care. Yeah, this might be a problem. Because offensive war minus 29. I need to let that tick down. Your sister? Oh, my sister has created a cadet branch. Skolka Nordgrad. Command me. While ours is trust in the Lord, his strength shall arrive. That's nice. That's nice. But yeah, I need to start making some of these duchy tiles. Because that will also help with prestige. Just need one more county for you. You're the caravan master. You're also infirm and melancholic. How are you alive? You know what, real quick, I think I'll just take this for myself. You would join. Of course you would join. Alright, just go to disrupt schemes for a while. You... 6 months, 6 months. What is the average development across the board? So 13, 11, 12, 8, 9, 8. Compared to literally everyone else, we're not doing that well. So you know what? I'm actually going to have you focus on upland for a very, very long time. 13 months. Because control in warping is down. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, just continue converting some of these counties. And we have another son, Toke, who's a genius albino. Eric, I know you were the front runner. But the genius albino. I kind of want to name him after myself. Oh, I kind of want this guy to take the throne. You know what? We're going to... Eric is my father. Oh, I don't know what to name him. Helgi. John Philip Feast. Simon Bo Isbjorn Stackad. Prince Stackad Crimson. I like that. We have a genius albino son. Secret exposed. We all know you're an adulterer. So what? Oh. But we now know you're an adulterer. You still outline... I'm sorry, what? 15,000 troops. 14. They have reclaimed Jerusalem. Seriously, how in a game called Crusader Kings 3, we have not yet had a crusade for Jerusalem and it's 1117. We've had a crusade for Pomerania. Pomerania! Before the Holy Land. Pomerania, which is literally right next door to the Holy Roman Empire, and the Pope called for a crusade in the middle of nowhere Baltic over the most contested place in the entire world. You called a crusade for Pomerania before Jerusalem. Also, the humans have disbanded. That's to be seen. How are the Mongols doing? Is Tutankhamun here yet? Is the Khan of Khans here yet? No, but his house is. That's gonna be terrifying when they show up finally. Seriously, how have we had a crusade for Pomerania before Jerusalem? Sometimes I just don't get the AI for this game. I just don't at times. You know what? It is now time for a feast. Actually, I'm going away about a little bit longer before the feast. Just a little bit. Exercises and mediation. When the raised voices reach me yet again, I quench my instinct to turn on my heel. The constant bickering of my vassals Mayor Philip and Duke Tyke is enough to drive any man mad. So is the Pope refusing to call a crusade for Jerusalem over Pomerania, apparently. Something must be done. I can either treat the situation as an exercise in mediation, or eavesdrop and approach one of them with my synapses afterward. Try to make them see sense. Talk is such a bastard. Can you believe Philip? He has some nerve. You're a powerful vassal. You're not. I am swaying you, so I'll do that to try to sway more people, except you. It looks like things are starting to come around. The claimant factions have started to go away. You're still a problem, nonetheless. A strange noise. I arrived back at my castle after a long, lonely walk. Another year passed, another year older. Oh, I love this event! I was born this day 28 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationship I've cultivated over the years. So it saddens me that I have not heard from my wife, Adeline, or any of my friends today. Do I have any friends? I do have friends! Count Feast and my sister! I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet. I hear a clang and hushed whispers from down the hallway. What could that be at this hour? Happy birthday! What a surprise. All my nearest and dearest friends have come together to wish me well as I begin this next year of life. There is even an entire table laden with saffron cakes, my favorite. Here I was thinking that everyone had forgotten about me. I can't believe that Adeline went to all the trouble of arranging this in secret. I had not a clue such a thoughtful surprise was being planned at all. Is she my soulmate? No, she's not even my soulmate. My friend Feast approaches me, struggling to carry 3 beautiful wrapped packages. Ever the trickster, he says. I have 3 gifts here for you the choosing. One shall be yours, but which shall be? You know what? The medium-sized one will be perfect. I And we get the morsel of Saint David. How many? Let's see. Not feudal. Zealot. We have 14 zealot. That's actually going to be really good for me. Yeah, it's only +3, but that goes a long way. I do need to try and get some of this stuff repaired. But yeah, that helps out a lot. I only have 3 courtly vassals? Huh. 4 glory hounds, 3 Perocco, 14. Why do I have so many zealots? I guess everyone just wants to go and crusade. Who would have thought everyone wants to crusade in a game called Crusader Kings? Get with the program, Pope Nicholas III, you moneybags! Pope Nicholas III would perhaps rather be known as the wealthy, but unfortunately, people have a very specific view of his wealth. Yes, a very specific view on his wealth. Let's just get to this feast soon. My mother, who's in her 60s, had an extramarital affair. You know what, Mom? You can live the rest of your days, do whatever you want. I kind of don't care, because I got other problems I need to attend to. Such as courts. Master of the Horse for 1, because I need that. Do I need Master? I do need Royal Architect. Mother, you can have your job back. Alright, now that I have enough money, let's host a feast. Wait, 1 more month. Tick. Let's host a feast. A nice, calm feast in my palace. I literally... Wait, hold on. You know what? We'll go to my newest place. Brundabo. Actually, no. We'll go to Vasturos. And I want to befriend one of my vassals. Mainly the powerful vassals, so that way I could get other people to like me. But I want to... Which one of you will probably end up living the longest? Although, if I end up befriending you... We'll go with Duke Tyke. I'm already swaying you. I'm going to befriend you. And I'm going to make... Let's see, honored guests. A feast can have an honorary guest in whose honor the celebration is held. A certain part of the banquet, the toast will grant them prestige due to this prominent position. But be aware, it can also be a trap. Murder feasts hosts have a tendency for the killing of their honored guest. I will make... who do I want to be the honored guest, actually? Oh, if only. You know what? If my sister come... Actually, no. I'll make Duke Cole Svensson, who is... honestly been doing a pretty bang-up job so far. He's doing actually pretty well. I'll make you the honored guest. And... let's see. Well, I'm not the... my liege can't come because I am the liege. No fellow vassals, courtiers can come. I'll invite neighboring rulers as well. You know what? I'll make King Ophir the honored guest if he does decide to come. Unknown plant rash. Alright then. But I will make you the honored guest. King Boguslav III of Poland. No. And as for dish complexity, we will of course have culinary art pieces and number of guests. We will have more guests. So we might have less. So that way we can have more guests. Number of courses. Well, I need prestige mostly, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the more prestige game. Let's start the feast. A fresh start. I'll be hosting a feast in Vestermanland, and time has come for us to depart. This feast in honor of King Ophir, Olaf, a truly remarkable human being whom deserves additional reverence. While I do not particularly care for those types of events, they are a necessary evil every once in a while. And since, you know, your daughter is betrothed to my son, it would be good to have you also my ally. It would be good to, you know, keep you on my side. The servants run across the hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. Oh, I seem to have spotted some fresh quail already. I can't find Duke Tyke anywhere yet. I can't wait for him to arrive, so my plan to befriend him can finally start. We will have a lovely time ahead of us. But while that is also going on, I'm going to start swaying. Not you. Go start swaying you. And what I'm hopefully can also do. Yep. So this is going to also boost my opinions. Yes, that takes more prestige, but hopefully we can get some back from this. So all in all, things should be good. And he'll be coming on the 18th of October. Ugh. Rip Mom! I will force you to be a knight because I need you as a successor. And my mom passed away before the grand feast. The guests are gathered in my great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. The moon is bright, the spirits are high as the feast begins. Farewell, mother. The great table sitting the upper nobility on the dais gave a loud crack, and a moment later it gave in under the weights of food and gilded decorations. As my most distinguished guests and I have to be fit in among the lower nobility, I ended up closer to my vassal Duke Tyke. Count Harkin took it poorly, however, and told everyone it was grave injustice to be seated with lords and ladies barely better than commoners. Acting quite the opposite, Count Feast displayed grace and humility among his vassals. Tak and I ended up talking all evening, and agreed it should not be the last time we feasted and laughed in each other's company. What a great night! After having spoken over dinner for a while, Anna leans over to tell me that she finds it impressive how knowledgeable I am about so many different things. She recognizes true intellect, I see. Even though I was not born with great intellect unlike my father or my mother, I certainly have made my way into this world. Certainly. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I'm also relieved to see that Count Swordova does not depart without saying farewell. We both know we will be seeing each other again soon. Count Swordova of Kittinas. Wow, you are in the far reaches of the territories. As the feast is underway and our guests are eating and drinking merrily, Bjornolf approaches my wife, Adeline, and me at the great table. This is a marvelous feast. All my compliments to the hosts. Adeline deserves all the credit. She does do a lot of great work. Is there anything more than joyful than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlights play off every wall. Light bounces like the laughter around the hall. So many people come from all over the realm just to be here. It really gives some perspective on how vast the world is. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things. This is where I want to be. Good folk to mingle with, here and far. The feast is starting to draw to a close. My visitors are surely expecting me to lavish a little attention on King Olfia, our esteemed guest of honor. Traditionally, a complimentary toast and a deep drink of mead does the trick. Then again, all Olfia did was turn up. This feast was my idea. I paid for everything, and I hosted everyone. And now, a toast to King Olfia of the Yngling dynasty, the generous of Norway. I gain highly esteemed plus 20% prestige monthly gain for 10 years? Holy moly! He's going to be raking in prestige soon. So 8.1 a month. What is that now? Literally jumped up a whole point. That is insane. Few candles survive after the last of the guests has left. I can hear a pair of servants laying out sighs of relief after the doors close. The food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon, word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. With everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I am proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I am still grateful that the endeavor is over for now. And with that, it's all done. Plus 20% growth bonus for 5 years. That's pretty good. I've made progress towards Eagle River. Nice. Journeying through Inkopoking. Will someone please show me how to pronounce that in the comments below? I passed by a peculiar looking tent, displayed open with its yet more peculiar looking occupant. Inkoping. Come in, almighty king. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future for a modest price. A strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Yeah, 40 gold. Tell me my future. Good omens. Nice. 200 learning and martial lifestyle experience for holding a feast? That's not bad. At long last, I'm finally home. There's something better than arriving back in Upland after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My caravan master, Sven, reports that we have journeyed for 237 days and traversed 3 baronies. You're telling me it took almost a whole year to go from here to here? Something ain't right about that. And before I forget, where am I? Yeah, restation you there, so I get a larger bonus. Then let's go ahead and grab centralization, then probably end up moving to learning. But with a successful feast now under my belt, let's see. Everyone is starting to like me more, which is a good thing. Yeah, a lot of people are liking me, so I feel comfortable now doing that. Which means a lot more taxes and levies, which means very, very soon I can just start pumping resources to further boost myself and ensure that no one can really take me down. And how close are we to this? Pretty far away. And if I hadn't switched the... I lost my track of mind. But if I hadn't switched the crown lens, I probably would have been able to take up a new tradition. Which I'm thinking of going for Force Folk. Because we do a lot of battling in Force and Taiga. And we also have a lot of construction in Force and Taiga. Because if we look at terrain, yeah, most of my centralized buildings are in this area. I can get another barony there. And then there's all of this that we're still battling in. And if we go and look into the northern bits of Russia, or the Rus, Novgorod, Vladimir, and Jamaland, which will be territories that, if this series does last long enough for it, I would be going into to attack. And if I start moving down towards the Kievan Rus, so down in modern day Ukraine, we would have a lot of force to go into. Like, if you're playing Sweden, taking Force Folk is a good idea because there's just a lot of taiga and forest to go into. And if we were to go over into England, there's forest and taiga to go into. And France, southern France, a lot of forest. Northern Germany, a lot of forest. Even if we ended up somehow in Africa, there's still forest and some jungle, but that's a whole different thing there. But yeah, like, we can go all the way over to where the Mongols are, and that would also help us for the eventual rise of the Mongols. Because we gain forestry-line buildings, have additional bonuses, but the main thing is development growth and force and cost reduction. Eventually, we can gain forest fires, which will give us levy size and supply in Forest and Taiga. And that's a very good thing. But where, again, a lot of my stuff, of my main buildings, like this whole county is in Taiga. That's only good for me. A lot of stuff here. Well, one more building I can make is in Taiga. So a church can go into the hills, and then another barony in Taiga, something that I could potentially hold. That's in taiga. And that's in taiga. All of that's in taiga. And once I get my hands on this, that's all in taiga as well. So we can profit off of that. But we are at the end of the video, and before I leave off, a little history fact. We're going back in time again today at Sweden's role in the Viking Age. So, Sweden had interesting history as we have covered so far in this series. And its history in the Viking Age was also interesting. And by that, I mean there's not a lot of information we have on the state of Sweden in the Viking Age. What we do know is before Sweden was a united country, there lived two main groups. You had the Swedes in uplands, so this area here, and you had the Gotar, who lived in Östergötland and Västergötland. So here and here. These groups would eventually unite together and form the modern Swedish culture, which take this with a grain of salt. This probably took place somewhere between the 9th and the 10th centuries. And we also know that the Swedish Vikings would often go east instead of west like their Danish and Norwegian cousins on their Vikings. So as we are planning to do in the series, pushing east, we are doing what historically the Swedish Vikings did, making a push east. What information we do have, because a lot of information at this time when talking about the Viking cultures, or just the Nordic cultures, they still didn't have a large written language. Sure, they had the runes, but they didn't have like papers that we could look at and dissect. The rune stones make for great look back into history, but for in-ground sources, like on paper, there's very few and far in between. However, we did have the Arabs to thank for a lot of historical context when regarding the Swedish Vikings. Because thanks to Arab influence expanding into the Mediterranean between the 8th and 9th century, the trade routes into modern-day Russia and the Baltic were seen as profitable to the closely related Swedes and Gotars. Because here you have the North Sea, both Norway and what would become Norway and Denmark, they had much more ease of access to this whole swath of territory here to go and raid. Whereas Sweden, they would have to go through Denmark. They would have to go through Skåland. Yeah, Skåland to even get into the North Sea. So that's a lot of hassle to deal with. So it would make perfect sense for them to go to the much more quickly available Baltic and Russian, well, what would become Russian territories to go raid. Plus, with just a few travel distance, they can go from the Baltic all the way into the Black Sea and into the Mediterranean. But, so instead of trying to settle the heavily contested British Isles, they settled in the Russian region, mainly these two areas here that would become known as the Rus, the Kiev Rus. At the time of the Viking Age, you still had Slavic cultures that were mostly pagan. So with this intermixing of culture, we would see the results of the Rus, the Kievan Rus, being founded, and eventually modern-day Russia and Ukraine, because of the Swedish Vikings coming into the Rus territory, settling down along the major rivers, and intermixing with the already settled Slavic cultures. And a long time later, we have modern day Ukraine and Russia. But those histories are for another day. So the Swedish Vikings would have a few strongholds in the Russian area, mainly along the rivers such as Novgorod and Kiev, as I mentioned before. And this would help strengthen their hold on the Baltic trade routes. But what's even more fascinating is how long it took Sweden to Christianize. I believe I mentioned it before in the series at some point, but for reference, Denmark, with its proximity to the Frankish kings and the Holy Roman Empire, converted to Christianity rather quickly, fully Christianizing around 965 AD. Norway Christianized around the early 1000s, but Sweden, it took them until about the end of the 11th century. That's why in CK3, at the start of the 1066 start date, you can still play as the Old Norse faith in Sweden, because this period of long conversion would lead to several power struggles, which I've covered before with the Tale of Two Erics. The point I'm trying to make is, we really don't know a lot about Sweden during the Viking Age. What we do know is rather interesting, but what we know more about this time period is more centered around the Norwegian and Danish histories at the time compared to the Swedish, solely because we had people write down their encounters with the Norwegian and Danish more often, and those encounters were better preserved than any other historical writing. However, people are uncovering more artifacts by the day in Sweden about their place in the whole Viking Age, and I do suggest, if you want to look further into this topic, please go and look up articles. It is truly fascinating. Grimfrost, a company that prides itself on making authentic Viking apparel, are based in Sweden around this area here, and they often post on their social medias about new archaeological finds. So if you want a little bit of a crash course, don't really know where to start looking, Grimfrost might be a good place. Even though they are mainly apparel focused, they are still based in Sweden. Their culture is Swedish, so if you want to start looking for primary sources, no better place than a company that prides itself on primary sources of their own culture. But the history of Sweden is still ongoing, as is with most countries, and the histories that have already been forged will always somehow, some way come to the light. But I've been Type 1 Dragon. You have all been awesome. And as always, storytellers, stay safe out there.